I am Ben McNally. I am Senior Ranger with Medway Norse. I'm the lead ranger for Riverside Country Park. So Stephen's main role is probably as a surveyor. So he was employed to go around. One of the things we struggle with inside the country parks is keeping up with a lot of the kind of surveying work, because we're so heavily focused towards doing grass cutting, maintaining the parks, making sure everything gets looked after. We're quite a small team. So Stephen's role is as a surveyor, and then when he finishes his surveying work, then he would go out and sort of assist the rangers when he needed to. So Stephen's been fantastic. He's done everything we've asked him to. He's done a really nice mixture of things. He's gone out, he's done sort of surveying work, he's gone around and he's done bits sort of in terms of assisting the rangers, so he's got kind of nice level. But I said Stephen's good for us. So Stephen's been working with us now for 3 months, I believe. So as he started kind of probably 2 months into bird nesting, I think. So kind of at the beginning of the summer, really. So what we intended to find, obviously with having him here, allows him to be able to kind of go out and do stuff that we don't necessarily have time to do. So that's one of the big things we find, is that he kind of lightens the load. But it's fantastic because for him, he gets experience, he gets to kind of say, I've done this, I've learnt these other things. He also brings in some fresh ideas, which is lovely. And at the same time, we can say, oh, you know, we can have a higher quality of work from some of our other areas, while Stephen can go out and do the things that we would otherwise need to do. Where Stephen can kind of fit into a role, although for most of this time, because of legality and such, he wasn't able to use power tools we normally would use. But it does tend to be the case that, you know, if a ranger goes away for the summer, but especially because this is our busiest time of the year, as you can imagine, we get most of our visitors during the summer months. Having Stephen there as an extra staff member or someone who can kind of help kind of assist us when we need him has been fantastic. Probably the most useful thing about having him here is his ability to be able to kind of go out. Actually, Stephen's been very, very good and very well rounded about any task I've given him. I haven't had to prompt Stephen much. In reality, if I've asked him to do something, he's done it. I think that's what's been wonderful, especially coming through your scheme, is because it allows, I can trust that they will be of good quality, have a good work ethic. I can bring them in and just say, right, here's, you know, the beginnings of things, and they can move on and do something else. So we've been working with the Employability Points scheme for, I think it's 2 years, but we've had 3 interns. So I think it was very much the case that we ended up taking more because we like to kind of continue with this, we like to give people opportunities to be able to come into the workplace. One of the things that we find, especially as Medway Norse, is that we can give our people opportunities where they might not otherwise get them, especially within like, our sphere, I suppose. Becoming a ranger is quite difficult. The issue is you either need experience, and that means extensive years and years of volunteering experience, or you need to have some experience somewhere. So as we spoke about earlier, it's that levelling the playing field to be able to say, if you want to go from a career or a kind of education area into that career, you're going to need that starting point. We can give that starting point. As I said earlier, it's all about sort of fresh new ideas, help within the parks. It's fantastic for us. I think I would probably say, if you're going to come into an environment like this, you need to be able to be dynamic, be prepared to be adaptable. You will often find that when you come into a role like this, it's not always what you initially expect. It certainly wasn't when I started this role. You kind of have to come in, you have to be able to do pretty much anything you can set your mind to. And even if, you know, if you turn up and it's not quite what you expect, stick at it. Because the lovely things about internships is that you are learning what you want to do. And although you might be gaining experience in an area, you know, even if you get to the end of it, you think, it's not really for me, you can then apply those skills elsewhere. So I think having that ability to be adaptable is amazing. So my understanding of the Employability Points scheme is that where students can go away at university and they can go through and sort of participate in a number of different kind of extracurricular activities, not only does it encourage them to go out and do things inside university, gain social skills, soft skills and practical skills, it also means that us as an employer, at that point in time, we can be assured that the student we're going to get will be of good quality, well-rounded, and we can trust to do a job. Sometimes interns can be tricky, but so far I think we've had pretty good interns from you guys, and that's been amazing.